Okay, all right, Grings. Better late than never. Still here. Still here on YouTube. I know I'm not welcomed. I know others feel the same way on this thing. Just use it while you can. Rumble's got a long ways to go. Maybe 20 years at this point. Unless they have a revamp. If you're into politics, Rumble does great. But if you're not into politics, yeah, good luck. Same thing with BitChute. So they're okay, but the spiritual stuff, I don't know. So yeah, YouTube seems to white label those that they like, and everyone is blacklisted. Of course, been blacklisted for quite some time. So all right, so it's the 10th dimension, the future. So connect to the 10th dimension. We connect to the future timelines, and also ancient Babylon. I don't know how to pronounce that. Baalbek. There's lots of monolithic ruins in Babylon, and energy I pick up is giants. Of course, before Atlantis, there are civilizations that we're not aware of. Like the world went through, like 3 resets, probably more than that. Technically Atlantis is not that old. And we haven't been here that long, obviously, right? 5,000 years or whatever it is for history. So we haven't been here that long. So, of course, when you reset history, I mean, they can reset us at any time they want. They're already doing resetting history now, your modern history. So, I mean, you're seeing that kind of like with Twitter and everything. Of course, everything's going more digital, but, history's been easier to erase for a long time. So, and the purple Zetas, of course, is also the Mohawk Zetas. So the purple Zeta is more of just a higher frequency Zeta being. I know people are scared of the Zetas, but you gotta get over that one of these days. You don't have to do anything, but for those that want to get over it, you can. But yeah, 10th dimension energy. This felt the 10th dimension. We say this is also about civilizations before Atlantis, the ancient ones, the original beings. I mean, of course, everyone's going to connect their own version of that, and there's nothing wrong with that. We're never really going to know. So whatever you invent or whatever you connect with, is always going to be different versions for everyone. It's just it's a mystery for a reason. Yeah, I don't know how we're going to get out of all this. If we're trying to figure out the past or current timelines also, and it may feel like we're going to this future, more positive timeline. And technically we are, but there's still a lot of challenges. A lot. For this type of information, more of this type of, or anyone's, alien, spiritual, for this to go more mainstream, will obviously make people feel very more bizarre than they do now. That's kind of the idea. And that's when you'll see a change eventually. So getting not just me, but anybody that does this type of stuff of just looking at things a little bit differently. But obviously you can't prove all this stuff too, because like the ancient stuff's all been destroyed for obvious reasons. So of course you have the Tartarian energy, but there's other beings other than just the Tartarians. There's other beings in the interesting. Guess I lost my Facebook connection. Can't have that. Something happened there. Maybe Facebook's on its way. Yeah. All right. Anyway, a little bit of a strangeness there. All right. Time to Tony Conway, our private sessions. Got a schedule. We have a shop here. I forget where I'm in. So I'm in the middle of November somewhere. I have a Sedona trip on its way. I might do an advertisement about this tomorrow. Seeing how I'm back. I think we're going to the Vortex is on Tuesday and the Grand Canyon is Wednesday. But you wouldn't know that by looking at the schedule thing here. I think tickets are still available. Of course, the webinar tomorrow. Yeah. Social network behind the scenes. All right. Thank you for joining us on YouTube. I think this is still YouTube, right? This will go to Rumble too, but I'm not streaming on Rumble because setting that up is kind of a pain. I get all confused and I'll make things worse here. It's like I don't need that. It's either one or the other. Not that anybody's on Rumble anyway. I don't know. Just have to do the best we can here. Try not to say anything. I'm not going to talk. Don't talk about anything. Just, yeah. Love the censorship. Just love it. All right. What what's going on with Twitter and that? I don't know. That might help the other social networks, maybe. If Twitter becomes less censored, other platforms might follow. Wow, man, Facebook is just dying. Interesting. It just keeps losing feeds left and right. I don't know if I can fix it. Okay, nope, still busted. Not much I can do there. Interesting. Let's see if I get anything on here. Oh, anyway. Oh, well. Yeah, when I connect to Facebook, sometimes it loses its connection here, but it's been pretty good so far until right now. So maybe I'm being censored there. Well, it's about time. So anyway, all right, we're going to 10th dimension energies. Connect to the future. There's maybe future events. Possibly, but not likely because they're trying to be as vague as possible. But they can't tell us for obvious reasons. But you never know. Something might come through. You never know. And ancient Babylon, or Babylon, that's different. Lebanon. If I just already connected to Babylon, there's a reason for that. But we connect to Lebanon and giant energies. Obviously, maybe they do have, some kind of history on giants there. I don't think so. I think more Afghanistan. Of course, it's other places. I mean, I don't know if there's any proof of Lebanon giants. I just feel the energies there. That's only where I'm getting that from. And that's about it. And the purple Zeta energies, that's mostly for healing purposes. So, all right. So thank you for being part of this broadcast on YouTube. For now, the strike gets pulled down in February. So, as long as I don't say anything, we should be okay. Jeez. Yeah. Modern times. Just gotta love it. So, all right. Blessings. Here we go. Brings you our consciousness of the 10th dimension. You can say your future selves. We're not all of you at this point. There is a lot of course, self-healing. Basically, many of you, yes, are going to the 4th and 5th dimensions. Obviously, many of you go higher than that. But you're here to, you can say, pull this world, yes, out of its its muck, out of its is resisting for obvious reasons. It doesn't want to grow. I mean, they people are growing, but some go through negativity and they ask for more, and then they ask for more, and then they ask for more, and then they get contracts. They're not really ready to go into more of a higher frequency state of mind. But and that's fine. That's up to them. But many, we feel like many here that are incarnating will get tired of the physical reality. They'll get tired of going through the same problems over and over and over again. So many of you obviously are tired bringing high vibrational energies here, and you feel like the world just kind of ignores you, pulls on your energy. You feel the abuse, the vampirism. But eventually, I mean, there's always going to be some kind of physical reality. That's always going to continue. But it's basically the challenges here can be simplified. And the world can, humanity become smarter, ways of dealing with these challenges, and not weaker. Because you can still have strength in the higher realms. This darkness here, obviously, it's swimming with humanity and holding on because it wants to play with humanity's energy. It feels like it's smarter than humanity. It's kind of showing that in some level. So humanity here is to get smart of how the lower vibrations work with the planet. So you're warning how lower dimensional beings, not to say they're lower because they're still intelligent beings, but the darker beings, you're warning about them. So you're being schooled by demonic, energies. So you can move on with their lives in more positive frequencies. So when you move up to higher dimensions, you still have that knowledge with you. So some need to go through abuse, challenges, whatever it might be, to remember, to literally put it into your energy field. That's how that world is. Now remember it. So now wherever you go in the universe, you can avoid these type of situations. But some need to go through these problems over and over and over again because they're not just quite getting it. As you can see. Well, some do go into darkness and it's like going to a cavern. They want to know more. But eventually they get tired of it. But obviously, many are not tired of it yet. So that's what obviously, it doesn't mean you have to be here forever to deal with that. But you are kind of bringing your salts and your pixie dust, you can say, your high vibrational frequencies, your light here for humanity to decide how long they want to go through this. But many of you will still continue to bring your high vibrational energy, at least as the alien energy. And there is some, humanity does feel like it goes backwards a lot, like it gets stuck in a hole. As some of you probably see that, you feel like it's not going anywhere. But some of you come here to give it a push out of a lot of this. But it is true, some that do have a lot of success in life, but unfulfilled, can become darker. So success isn't always everything. You can be the most successful person on the planet and then become psychotic, or that psychotic side's already been there, and success helps you bring it out of you. Especially when you're treating people terribly, when you people that are powerful and treat people terribly. Because that psychotic energy has already been there. Now, where it came from, it's been building over time through other incarnations. The narcissistic side comes through, but that's why they come to this world to heal it, to become that person, that character. Eventually, is released, but they have to kind of run its course when they don't want to be a narcissist anymore. Just like anything else, when you don't want to be a certain energy anymore, you just change. But narcissists, they have to get hold. Then our narcissists incarnate over and over and over again. Well, because they don't always want to do the work. They always don't. Sometimes they want things easy. They want other people to do it for them, and they get trapped here. So where I'm going at, some successful people, not all, get trapped here and continue this loop over and over again until they become, more humbled, caring more for others around them, and just more gratitude. And then that can release them from the earth. So technically, if you're very successful and you start abusing your powers, you can get trapped here until you learn your lessons. So you go through reincarnation loop over and over again. So, and yes, you go through poverty and other lifetimes and so on. It all depends on how you treat others. It really that's a big part of it. It's not everything, but that's a big part of it. Yeah, when you're successful at treating others with respect, you can continue to elevate and grow. I thought you're going to be perfect. No one's expecting that, but just use your power wisely, and you gain more power and more. Of course, there's many that have a lot of power that abuse it all the time. That will, yeah, a lot of sometimes those souls actually dissolve. So, but our connection, yes, I believe we came here for the future. Well, that is technically a future message, also. It's just that humans don't always know the details of reality, what to heal. Do humans want to hear it? Many do not. They don't want to hear their shadow, what to clear. They feel like they're perfect. Some do, not all, but some feel like they have it all figured out. And yes, they once again continued this life cycle over and over again. As for the future events, right now you're setting the stage for where the world goes. Yes, you're seeing corruption show itself, especially in the crypto energies, but you're seeing also politicians showing more. The politicians aren't caring what they say anymore. So that's going to be a strange world where nobody cares what they say anymore. So there's actually a positive side to that, meaning that if they don't care anymore and they're just blurring out anything, they do bring truth here too, which they have done in the past. But there's a possibility of not just politicians but anybody becoming just more. I mean, they've been doing that, but they've been censored, but more of your human culture, to say what's on their mind, which is a good thing because that clears the shadow. You're not hiding things anymore. Obviously, when you say things you should feel like you shouldn't say it. And it's understandable. A certain social environment, it completely is understandable. Obviously, you've had celebrities say what they want all the time, even destroy themselves at the same time. But it's going to come to a level where you can say what's on your mind and not be censored, shut down, and we just see how crazy you are. But that's not always a bad thing. Just more of the inner truth coming out. And that's what you want, for you to not hide your secrets. Not to say you have to tell the world your secrets, but just so the world becomes more honest with itself, where you don't know, people aren't afraid to say what's on their mind, which is a good thing. And that's how you move to the next level, as many of you know. Obviously, you gotta be careful right now. Yes, corporations don't like. Well, that's the government that's involved with the corporations. Obviously, they don't want to hear it, but they can't do this forever. It will definitely come back to them. This is how governments fall, also, by continuing to censoring societies. Of course, it does take a while. So, blessings. Brings you the consciousness of the Lebanon frequencies. Yes, there are many civilizations that have been forgotten, and it's not for us to tell you of them. It's for you to figure it out yourselves through any means possible. Now, we are not the ones censoring you. Yes, you can say technically we're not saying anything now, but it's a choice, not necessarily censorship, but slowly humans will start to, yes, unlock the Earth's history. Yes, beyond Atlantean timelines. Some are doing it currently, but there's much more to it. Basically, there is a lot that's been hidden here on the planet. You can say it's been censored, but think of it as humanity lost its privilege to know. It's like you have to get to a certain level and then you can know, but you have to earn it. And some have earned it, many have not. Obviously, men are not asking the questions of it. As society, as you evolve, the world will change. As you call it here, the cataclysms of the future, so the ice caps and all of that, which is not a bad thing because then you become more aware of yourselves, of what's been forgotten, but also creating this new version of Earth. So you're bringing that in slowly, of course. Of course, the cataclysms, those that do die in anything like that, majority of humanity will protect those and bring them to what is, and realize there's soul agreements there. You already know what's going to happen before it happens. So, but you have some time for that. So you're just basically healing yourself so you can go to this next level, not for cataclysms, but basically for hidden knowledge to become more known. And yes, it's not always going to show itself. Not yet. Well, it can be, as you know, many of you go into the fourth and fifth dimensional ideas. The past can be a strange place. It's not in your history books. It's, yes, out in the ether, you can say. But it has been here in the physical realms in a way that it's fantastic. But it's hard for some humans to believe. Now, many of you going to higher frequencies, you understand of this magic and higher dimensional realms, but obviously your regular humans or common humans, and they're grounding the energies here. They're not quite ready for a future like that just yet. Obviously, I have not exactly pulled in, even the mythology realms, kind of, but they're not quite eager to dive into as some of you are, especially as the oceans, the mysteries of the oceans, because the oceans carries a great deal. You're going to have one version of Earth now and switch things around and have more knowledge tomorrow. And you can technically have some knowledge now of the past, slight messages here and there. A lot of beings are hesitant because it can change your reality just like that. So they're hesitant to say what they want to say, but they leave ruins, they leave little hints of their past. But you, as you become more higher frequency, can rebuild these ruins, at least with your energy field, and connect to the Akashic realms. So it is it's always in the process, though, of being remembered. This is brings you. We have the Zetas. You say the purple Zetas. That's one way of looking at us. We do actually connect to the heart chakra. Our heart chakras are more purple-ish. Our crown chakra is more of a dark purple. So energies of your earth, basically beings that come here to heal the emotions. So there are emotional beings actually here to reverse negative emotions so you can heal and move. It's like we're kind of like energy sponges, you can say. We do open up vortexes. Basically, beings themselves can open up dimensions, as many of you know. And you're connecting to some of that. And obviously, you're physical, so you know the limitations of this physical, but it's kind of like you're living. The human body is kind of like a computer or a machine. It's an organic machine, and you're learning how to activate it currently. But you're also learning its limitations, but its limitations has a purpose. Meaning sometimes you do shut it down for obvious reasons, and then you activate it when the world's right. Because you want to activate your body at a certain level where the world isn't ready, because that can add a lot of karma to yourself. So think about if you start going to high vibration, you turn your body into a high vibrational being, you open up portals and dimensions, others can be affected by it in a negative way because they're not ready for it. Because they're afraid of it, they just lose their minds and they just can't handle the idea of that. And some can actually go crazy. So this is why you have opened up those realms. We're also why many of you are here, yes, to connect to other star beings, to have more open contact here in some form or another. Basically, more bizarre humans, more alien type of beings. Basically, you have your average human as just really alien acting, just like an alien in plain sight. And you're already seeing it now, and that will soon increase. It's just they're not always sure, but yeah, they would love to come here and yes, cover themselves with tattoos and paint strange objects everywhere in their home and talk different languages that you never heard of. You're at that level, but you go to a further level of that. Yeah, it's not just about the reptilian beings or higher vibrational beings here that actually play with the reptilians, but they know the reptilians are helping build this physical reality. Because reptilian beings, not all of them, but a lot of them do enjoy the physical realms. Well, because they mastered it and they feel like they can be king of it. As you can see, you have a king and queen here. Most realities would just laugh at the idea of having a king and queen. They might have some kind of royalty energy because the royalty is just because you earned knowledge, because you put in the work into it. So you earn a certain level. But it doesn't mean that you're over the people, smarter than the people, you're controlling the people, nothing like that. It's just that you gain a lot of knowledge, and others are there to learn that knowledge from you. So you're gaining knowledge here. And some of you are deities in other realities, or this reality, and not even knowing it. And you kind of have those that are, well, you do have those that are godlike or godlike complexes. Yeah, a lot of them recycle into this incarnation over and over again. Well, they just haven't healed the soul. The soul wants to be acknowledged, loved. So if you feel like you need all this attention, most likely they're having trouble healing themselves, loving themselves. They need someone else to love them until they're ready to love themselves. So, and they can go lifetimes like that. Civilizations have been destroyed because not a lack of love. It's like they want appreciation, attention, but the centerpiece that's keeping it going, the royalty families just lost love with themselves, so it all imploded. So this current royalty energy, there's a lot of manipulations, obviously, to keep it going. Obviously, you see within your royal families, they kind of want to destroy each other. But there's other parties propping it up because the royal families right now would just ruin themselves. So there is someone working behind the scenes to keep it going. So yeah, you can tear each other apart, you can yell at each other, call each other's names, but we still need this monarchy for right now, at least. So who's behind the scenes? Obviously, some of you have your ideas. So, lessons.